And this actually was inspired by the Stephen Bartlett talk, where actually it was the guy that started a very famous tech finance company that are valued at something like $46 billion now. Really fascinating guy, actually. So if you check out, because actually I've watched quite a few of them now. So it's the Diary of a CEO podcast, and I watch them on YouTube because I like the visuals and I like to get a feel for people, not just listen to it. Some really, really good guests. But he was talking about how actually when he started the partnership, I'm going to do it here. In business, when people start a new business, especially if they start it with a friend, you're essentially often going to create a partnership. But one of the things that often can go wrong is that you don't want to leave anything unsaid. So basically, right from the very start, you might want to start a business together and you might agree that you want to create a construction business. But there's a lot of different interpretations about what that could mean for actually you in the business. And one of the things that I think is really important to do is really just clarify understanding, but basically make sure that you're on the same page, both in terms of your alignment to what is the business, what is the direction it's going to take, how many hours a week are you going to put into it, are you going to have any other kind of things involved, are you going to work another job on the side, do you just want it to do it as a side hustle, do you not want to do anything, and then actually what is the plan for you to kind of exit? Because if you don't do all of these kind of things to really understand, what can often happen is that you launch the business and then actually 2 months in, you're working really hard and you're working 60 to 80 hours a week trying to get this business off the ground. But your business partner, who owns 50% of the business, might only be doing 20 hours a week, if that. And the problem is you're kind of then tied in because you've already created the entity and you've got a 50-50 split, but there's misalignment between what one person expected and what someone else expected. And that's why it's really important to get alignment on everything from percentage, direction, hours, and even exit. And the point is, it's just to really understand what you're getting into, what you're trying to achieve, but actually what is each partner kind of bringing to the table? Because again, this can change over time. That I think, especially in a partnership, is really important to have that open dialogue and be honest with people that you might be looking for an exit when actually your partner isn't. And often what you can have is that if the relationship breaks down or you lose trust or that kind of thing, it can actually really have a negative impact on a lot of different people. That actually, I just wanted to do a little thing to talk about partnerships, that if you ever consider going into business with someone else, to really kind of cover all of these different things. And again, the one big one, and this is also true for investors, is to really look to see if you have shared goals. Is your vision aligned together about what is it that you want to do? Is your goal someone might want to build a big business and someone wants to build a small business. There's a lot of really nuance to get down and get this into your agreement to really make sure this works. And then likewise, again, on the Stephen Bartlett podcast, which I plugged for 3-4 times today, he interviewed a really fabulous lady that had started several really, really good businesses. And when she got bought out for something like $100 million, one of the things that she said is that when the investors were looking to kind of buy into what she was doing, some people really bought into the vision and they're very honest about what they wanted to do. Others wanted to completely rebrand and change the name and whatever. But actually, no matter what your business is, it's a bit different if you're a sole trader in many ways like I am, because actually I can just decide what I want to do. But if you ever either bring in a team member or a co-investor, or you raise finance, or even with your suppliers, it's always important to kind of make sure that you're on the same page. They understand what it is that you're trying to do, why you're trying to do it. And then hopefully what you'll have is all the different parts of your team pulling in the same direction to really help your business move forward and be successful in a way that often if things go unsaid, that's when problems can start to happen over time, just if you start to go in different kind of directions.